So, like I said, I was going to take, one gun from my collection, however often it seems that I can do it, and make a video, going through my collection, because I said, there's one thing about, taking, range footage on the table with your gun splayed out, or even splaying them out on your bed and taking the time to, show a bunch of them at the same time. I was going to do something a little different. I did one of those already, and I pulled it off of, I actually deleted it. I just didn't like the way it looked. So I think I was using a different camera at the time. It's kind of poor quality, but anyways, so like I said, staying true to that, I did one yesterday, and I did a gear video too. So today I was going to do my one of my favorite shotguns, and this is more along the lines of, I think what I'm doing is my favorite of my collection. So there is more than one shotgun in my collection. I'm gonna go with the newest one to my collection, which I don't know if it's because it's the newest one or it's because I like this one the most, but this is my favorite at the time. Maybe I'll buy one. I'm looking at one of the Remington Marine ones. I saw a Mossberg. I picked it up today, and I didn't like it just doesn't feel as stout as the Remington to me, the 870. But I want the Marine shotgun. I'm going to get that one next, all stainless or whatever it was. It's pretty nice. But this is my favorite shotgun. So this is the Remington 870 Tactical Desert Recon with speed feed stock. It doesn't have the pistol grip, which I don't know. It looks kind of like a dinosaur when it's sitting there in the picture with that little leg coming down. But I think that'd be cool. I might see if I can't invest in a stock, just change it up. But the thing about this is I spent $750 on a shotgun, which, the thing I've always liked about shotguns is I could pick them up, $100, $200 used, $350, $400 top max for a new shotgun. I've always liked that about a shotgun, but this one I just couldn't resist it. It was $6.99 at Gander Mountain, and I saw it and I fell in love with it. Now they did knock me off a little bit because somebody stole the tactical, the breacher muzzle, the choke on it. So they gave me another choke, a modified choke, and they knocked like $50 off of it, which was pretty cool. I was going to buy the thing anyways. So I didn't know it came with that breacher muzzle flash or choke at the end anyways, so I didn't miss it. But anyways, I got this probably a few months back. It's I've just done some range stuff with it to keep it as it's the new standby. Actually, it was the new standby, home defense. But since I no longer keep guns in my house, this is no longer my self-defense shotgun. I don't have one. So anyways, comes in it's Duracoated, and OD green is what they call it. It's a lighter OD, I don't know. And then the desert ACU, or the desert camouflage, which I was never a fan of camouflage anything, except for when I was little. I liked camo then, but since I've been teenager and all that, I have hated it. And I was never a fan of any of the kinds of ACU or camouflage or any of that. But this gun brought me back into it, and I'm all about some desert camo and some nothing looking like deer hunting. I don't like any of that. I'm not a deer hunter. I have some rifles that you could deer hunt with, but it's just not what I do. I don't do that. I didn't, my dad didn't deer hunt. I didn't, grow up dipping in deer hunting, so there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, rock on. Some of my closest friends do. That's just not me, so I was never, as accepting of camouflage. But this to me was okay. This I could get away with. This isn't, woodland camo or mossy oak or whatever, to me, this doesn't scream redneck. Now, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. If that's your thing, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's not my particular taste. So this brought me back into it. So now I'm looking at all that camouflage, and I'm kind of liking it. Now I'm looking at some shotguns that I wouldn't have normally looked at in mossy oak or woodland camo because of this particular one. I've probably put, let's see, I don't know, 500, a little bit less than 500 shells through it. The 2 3/4 I use a lot. I've shot slugs through it. Buckshot number 7. Like I said, 2 3/4, 3" a lot. Just mainly, you know, a little training. Done a 1 3-gun and 1 2-gun, shotgun and secondary, pistol tournament. A lot of that kind of stuff. And this is the one I've been using, and it's a beautiful thing. I don't want to do anything else to it. I don't want to throw on you know, a side saddle. Like I said, I got the speed feed stock. It holds 4. That's adequate for me. 6 plus 1, and so 7. And then the 4 in the speed feed stock. You know, I like different things that I can do to my other shotguns, like foregrip with the light attachment or what have you, or pistol grip. I just feel like I need a stock on a shotgun. I like the whole idea behind, you know, a pistol grip shotgun, just small and, you know, pull it out, boom. But that's just not. I'm not into that. I'm not into killing myself, and I don't. I could use this just as easily as I could do a pistol grip shotgun for home defense. I mean, seriously, if I had to, you know, put it at the hip and bring it back, boom. You know, it's going to fit in tight corners. I can make it work. I don't see the need in pistol gripping it. Not saying I wouldn't like a pistol grip on it with the stock. That would be nice. But anyways, this is the old Remington 870 Desert, or Tactical, got to say that, Tactical Desert Recon. And it is, it's a beautiful gun. Oh, fun thing. Super duper awesome accessory rail. Light attachment. Got that, you know, quick on and off. Do the strobe, you know. Gonna confuse and blind somebody. Put it on, flash them, move to the side, turn it off. They'll never know where I am. And so this this mount for this flashlight was all of about 25 cents. It consists of 2 zip ties. And 2 zip ties and some black electrical tape. So to me, this works for now. Like I said, I don't want to add anything to this. I don't want to, you know, put any other parts on it. I like this one for what it is, and I get into that with my rifles and things. I get into accessorize them just like everybody does. You know, just like anybody does. There's nothing wrong with that. I get into accessorizing them, and I lose the, you know, the initial love that I had for the gun, why I purchased it in the first place. And I swore to myself, and it's only been, you know, a few months. Who knows what a few more months will do. Maybe I'll change this son of a bitch out, put a heat shield on it, throw a side saddle on it, switch the furniture, paint it purple, put a picture of Barney on it. I don't know. I could do any of that, but you know, I'm trying to keep this one original, like I was doing with my Walser 1063 AK-47. I just wanted to keep that traditional. I have had, you know, and decked them out with the quad rails and all that, and I find that for what I use these for, and even in training, you know, I don't need all that stuff. I don't need a laser, a flashlight, and a, you know, an optic and a thermal sensor. I just don't need all that stuff, so it's stupid for me to buy it for every gun that I have. So, you know, not every shotgun's going to have, you know, a sight on it, or, you know, a tactical rail somewhere. Not every AK-47 is going to have a rail, except for maybe your side rail. And you know, for the ARs, yeah, I tend to do all that. And I can't help it. I have yet to keep one, you know, like around the, you know, early 80s, 70s looking, you know, with the plastic grips and or the plastic foreguards and all that. I might do that. That's just not my thing when it comes to that. But for some reason, I wanted to keep my shotguns, my shotgun and my AK at least a little bit like they came originally. So we'll see what happens. You never know. I'll be updating further, and you guys stick around for another gun review. I will do one probably within the next week. While I'm here, I was going to go ahead and do this one too. This is my EDC. It has been for a while. It's a Glock 23. There's a, you know, nothing in the chamber. Pointed in the same direction. This is my Glock 23. It's got the ghost, nothing about ghosts, but it does have the night sights and the Hogue, cover grip, stretch on grip. It adds the finger groove, and it actually adds a little bit right here in the palm swell, which I could, take it or leave it, but this happens to be at this point my EDC. So I do that on my Glock 23. I also have a Glock 22 that I carry a lot. But between those two guns, man, I don't ever feel the need to have another gun. Now I keep buying them, and I don't know why. And what's better than one Glock? More than one Glock, And I'm pretty much like that with every gun I own. As a collector, I can't just have one. As like a kid, I couldn't just have one iguana. I had to have two. If I had a snake, I had to have two. It's the same thing with guns. And it started out with one Glock, then two Glocks, and then five Glocks, and same thing with 1911s. At this point, I'm down to one 1911, and things are good. But I keep this in a Black Hawk leather holster. It's outside of the belt or outside of the pants, just a little leather slide. It seems to be the best for me. I don't too many times tuck in my shirt. I also have the Black Hawk leather mag holster. So I keep a Glock 22 magazine of 15 rounds of 40 smooth and whistly in my holster at all times. So I got the 13 rounds and the Glock 23 mag, and then like I said, the Glock 22 mag. And that is not my EDC video, but it seemed to turn into that real quick. Anyways, we were all about the Smith & Wesson, Remington 870 Tactical. So this flashlight has saved my lives on more than one occasion. When I was walking through my house and the flashlight wasn't attached to the gun, and I tripped over a chair, I was able to miss the TV because I turned the flashlight on. And that's about how it happened. The sling is just a regular old hunting sling. It's one of the old tatting up, pull-tat type of sling-a-ma-dings. And it's, matter of fact, every once in a while I forget how the hell to tighten this son of a bitch up. Why do I do that? Why does that happen to me? Okay. Anyways, I don't understand the point of these slings, to be honest with you. I bought it because it's a Talon sling. I bought it. It looked good. It's nice and tight. It's got the finger loop, It doesn't work with a shit either. But, in theory, it's supposed to extend out when you pull the finger loop, and voila, now you can carry it. But this thing is still so tight, there ain't a lot you can do with it. I mean, I can do that, that's great. I just don't understand what the point with the whole thing is, and why it tightens up the way it does so much. I don't know. If you guys know anything about it, leave me a comment, and then I'll know. It tightens out, and it's good for nothing. You can't, it ain't like you can wrap your arm in it, and as if we're just holding it, I guess. I really don't know, because you can't do a damn thing with it. Like I said, it's really damn tight either way. So, thank you guys for watching, and hail Satan, or Satin.